New Year's Eve. The one night everyone believes in second chances. Glitter. Champagne. Fireworks painting the sky like the world is being reborn. We count down together. Hope in our voices. Ready to kiss the past goodbye. But for one woman, that countdown wasn't to a new year. It was to the end of her life. Her name was Ava. 29 years old. Red dress. Bright smile. Finally feeling free for the first time in years. She was at the biggest New Year's Eve party of her life. Dancing. Laughing with friends she hadn't seen in months. Her boyfriend, Ryan. He couldn't stand it. He'd spent years controlling her. Checking her phone. Exploding over nothing. Making her world smaller and smaller until she barely recognized herself. That night, he watched her from across the room. Drinking. Fuming. Because she dared to smile at someone else. At 11:58, he grabbed her arm. Dragged her outside into the cold. The countdown echoed from inside the house. 7, 6, 5. Screaming. Accusations. His hands around her throat. 4, 3, 2. And right as the clock hit midnight, as fireworks exploded overhead, as the whole world shouted Happy New Year, Ava took her last breath. Ryan walked back inside, tears on his face, called the police himself. She was attacked. I couldn't save her. He cried at the funeral, posted heartbreaking tributes, even started dating again, acting like the grieving boyfriend who'd finally healed. Everyone believed him. The case went cold. Until 1 year later, a hidden voice note surfaced. A recording Ava made in her final moments. Sent automatically to a secret cloud folder no one knew existed. And when police finally played it, it didn't just capture Ryan's rage. It didn't just prove he was the killer. It revealed something no one, not her friends, not her family, not even Ryan, ever suspected. A secret about Ryan so dark, so devastating. It didn't just send him to prison. It destroyed the lie he'd been living his entire life. This isn't just a story about jealousy on the biggest party night of the year. This is a story about control, terror, and a final act of defiance so brilliant. It delivered justice from beyond the grave. The kind of twist that will make you pause the video, rewind, and whisper, "No way." You're going to feel every heartbeat of this countdown. Because Ava's last message, it changed everything.
Welcome to Nightmare Crimes, where every story blurs the line between fact and fear. Some say they're true, others hope they're not. We don't decide, you do. Subscribe and step into the unknown.
Stay with me. The new year is about to begin, and it's going to end very differently than Ryan expected. Let's go back, all the way back to the start. Because the scariest stories, the ones that keep you up at night, never begin with monsters. They begin with charm. Ava was 25 when she met Ryan. She was working as a graphic designer, creative, free-spirited, always the one planning girls' trips and weekend adventures. Big circle of friends. Loved dancing until the lights came on. Loved life out loud. Ryan was 28, a bartender at one of the hottest rooftop spots in the city. Tall, tattoos peeking out from his rolled-up sleeves. That easy, dangerous smile that made every girl feel like she was the only one in the room. They met on a Thursday night. Ava was out with co-workers celebrating a big project win. Ryan was behind the bar, mixing drinks, telling stories, making everyone laugh. He noticed her first. Sent over a round of shots with a note. For the girl in the blue dress who's stealing the whole vibe tonight. Ava laughed, walked up to the bar, thanked him. They talked until last call. He closed the bar early just to keep chatting with her. By the end of the night, he had her number. Texted her before she even got home. Still thinking about that smile. Coffee tomorrow. She said yes. And that was it. The beginning of everything. The first few months? Pure fire. Ryan was intense in the best way. Constant texts. Good morning, beautiful. Thinking about you. Can't wait to see you tonight. Surprise flowers at her office. Late night drives with the windows down, music blasting. He called her my everything. Said things like, "I've never felt this way before. I don't know what I'd do without you." Ava's friends teased her. "Girl, he's obsessed with you." She loved it. Felt chosen. Special. He moved fast. Met her family within weeks. Talked about the future like it was already written. We're in game, Ava. You and me. Within a year, they moved in together. Cozy apartment downtown. Her art on the walls. His records on the shelves. It looked perfect. From the outside, they were that couple. The one everyone posted about. Hashtag relationship goals. But here's where the mask started to slip. So slowly, most people never noticed. Comment below right now, be honest. When someone comes on that strong, that fast, constant texts, big declarations, is it romantic? Or does something feel off? Drop a heart if you felt that intensity. Or a thumb if you know now what Ava didn't see then. Because the first real red flag came small. Ryan didn't like her going out without him. At first, it was sweet. I miss you when you're not here. Be safe. Text me when you get there. Then it turned into questions. Who's going to be there? Promises. Why do you need a girls' night? We just saw your friends last week. If she went anyway, he'd blow up her phone. Call repeatedly until she answered. Get cold when she got home. Ava started canceling plans. Just to keep the peace. Then came the phone checks. Playful at first. Let me see that cute selfie you took. Then deeper. Scrolling messages. Questioning old conversations. Who's this guy you texted happy birthday to last year? Ava laughed it off. He's gay, Ryan. We work together. But Ryan didn't laugh. He got quiet. Brooding. And the accusation started. You were flirting with the bartender tonight. She'd said thank you for a drink. You dressed like that for attention. Her favorite top. Ava began changing how she acted. Dressing down. Keeping her eyes down at bars. Texting him every hour when out. She told herself. He's just insecure. He's been hurt before. He loves me so much it makes him crazy. All couples fight. Her best friend Sophie saw it. Pulled her aside one night. Ava, this isn't normal. He's controlling you. Ava defended him. You don't understand. When it's good, it's amazing. Comment right now. Have you ever defended someone's bad behavior because the good moments felt so good? Or watched a friend do it? Type, I've been there if this hits close. No judgment here. Because by year 3, the mask was cracking more. The fights got louder. He'd grab her arm hard enough to bruise. Push her against walls during arguments. Always followed by tears. Apologies. I'm so sorry, baby. I just love you too much. I'll get help. I promise. And the makeup phase? Intense. Gifts. Passion. Ava stayed. She still loved the man she met at the bar. The one who made her feel like the center of the universe. She thought she could fix him. Or that he'd change. Especially when she planned that New Year's Eve party. A big one. First time hosting. She was excited. Wanted to feel like her old self again. Ryan grumbled. But agreed. He had no idea. It would be the last night he'd ever spend with her. Or that Ava had started protecting herself. In a way he never saw coming. If you're feeling that tension right now, good. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. Because what happens next? At that party, as the clock ticks toward midnight, it's where everything explodes. And the twist? It's only beginning. Stay with me. You're not ready for what's coming. By now, Ava's world had changed. And not in the way she ever imagined. Year 2 of the relationship. The charm was still there sometimes. The intense passion. The makeup moments that felt like falling in love all over again. But the darkness? It was growing. Faster than she could admit. Ryan didn't just dislike her going out. He started tracking her. Turned on location sharing for safety. I just want to know you're okay. At first, Ava thought it was caring. Then the questions came every time she moved. Why were you at that coffee shop for 45 minutes? Who's at lunch with you? If her phone died, panic texts. Calls. Accusations when she got home. You turned it off on purpose. Ava started charging her phone obsessively. Keeping it on loud. Just to avoid the fights. Comment below right now. Have you ever felt like you couldn't let your phone die because someone would freak out? Or known someone who did? Type, constant tracking if this feels too real. Because it got worse. Ryan began showing up places. Surprising her at work lunch. At girls' nights. I was in the area. But his face, cold. Checking who she was with. Friends stopped inviting her. Too awkward. Too tense. Sophie, her best friend, tried to talk to her. Ava, he's isolating you. This isn't healthy. Ava got defensive. You don't see the good parts. He's protective because he loves me. But deep down she knew. The fights escalated. No more just yelling. Grabbing her wrists hard enough to leave marks. Pushing her into walls when she tried to walk away. Blocking the door so she couldn't leave the apartment. Always the same cycle. Rage. Violence. Tears. I'm so sorry, baby. I blacked out. I'd never hurt you on purpose. You just make me crazy sometimes. Then flowers. Love notes. Nights where he'd hold her like she was the most precious thing in the world. Ava stayed. Because leaving felt impossible. She'd lost most friends. Her confidence was shattered. And part of her still believed the man she met at the bar was in there. Waiting to come back if she just loved him enough. She tried to leave once. Packed a bag while he was at work. Texted Sophie. I'm coming over. I can't do this anymore. Ryan came home early. Saw the bag. The fight was the worst yet. Screaming. Throwing things. He grabbed her phone. Saw the text. You were going to leave me? After everything I do for you. He cried. Begged. Promised therapy. I'll change. I swear. Just give me one more chance. And Ava stayed. Again. Comment the cycle if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or drop an emoji if you've watched someone trapped in it. Because by the end of year 3, Ava barely went out. Barely saw anyone. Her world was Ryan. Work. Home. Him. She stopped wearing the clothes he didn't like. Stopped listening to music he called attention-seeking. Stopped smiling at strangers. She told herself, this is just how relationships are sometimes. He'll get better. But he didn't. The violence got closer to the edge. One night he pinned her against the wall by her throat, just for a second. Just to make her listen. She couldn't breathe. He let go. Collapsed. Sobbed. I don't know what's wrong with me. Ava started sleeping with her phone under her pillow. She downloaded an app Sophie had sent her months earlier. A safety app. One that could record audio with one tap. Upload to the cloud automatically. Send to emergency contacts if needed. She never told Ryan. Never thought she'd use it. Just in case. And then came New Year's Eve. Ava wanted one night. Just one. To feel like herself again. She planned a big party at their apartment. Invited old friends. Bought a red dress she loved. Ryan wasn't thrilled. All those people in our space. Who's coming? But she pushed. Please. It's New Year's. Let's celebrate. He agreed. Grudgingly. He had no idea. It would be the last party he'd ever host. Or that Ava's quiet preparation. That hidden app. Would be the thing that finally ended him. If your stomach is twisting right now, good. It should. Because what happens at that party, as the clock ticks down to midnight, is where the cage breaks. Violently. And the twist? It's closer than you think. Don't stop watching now. The countdown is starting. Stay with me. And now, we arrive at the night everything ignited. New Year's Eve. The apartment was alive. Ava had been planning it for weeks. The first big party they'd hosted in years. She wanted it perfect. A chance to feel normal again. To see old friends. To dance like she used to. She invited 30 people. Decorated with gold balloons, fairy lights, a 2025 banner across the living room. Bought a sparkling red dress that hugged her figure. One Ryan had grumbled about. Isn't that a bit much? But she wore it anyway. For once. Guests started arriving at 9 p.m. Music loud. Drinks flowing. Laughter echoing off the walls. Ava was glowing. Hugging friends she hadn't seen in months. Dancing in the kitchen with Sophie. Taking selfies. Finally breathing. Ryan? He was drinking. Early and heavy. He smiled for photos. Played the perfect host. Mixing drinks, telling jokes. But his eyes never left Ava. Watching. Counting how many times she laughed. Who she talked to. How close she stood. Sophie noticed. Pulled Ava aside. You okay? He's staring daggers. Ava brushed it off. He's just stressed about hosting. He'll loosen up. But he didn't. By 10:30, he was on his fourth whiskey. Ava was in the living room, dancing with a small group. An old friend from college, Jake, showed up late. Totally platonic. They'd known each other since freshman year. He hugged her. Hello. God. Ava, you look amazing. Happy New Year. They danced, nothing flirty. Just friends catching up, laughing about old memories. Ryan saw it from the kitchen doorway. His face changed. Jaw tight. Eyes dark. He slammed his glass down. Pushed through the crowd. Grabbed Ava's arm hard. We need to talk. Now. Guests pretended not to notice. Music still blasting. Ava tried to laugh it off. Ryan, come on later, okay? But he wasn't having it. Pulled her toward the hallway. Sophie followed a few steps. Everything all right? Ryan shot her a look. Private conversation. Door to the bedroom slammed. Inside, the fight erupted. Ryan's voice low at first, then rising. You're embarrassing me. Dancing like that in front of everyone. Hugging him like some slut. Ava defended herself. It was a hug, Ryan. He's gay. He didn't care. Paced. Raged. You dressed like this for attention. You love making me look stupid. Ava tried to calm him. Please, not tonight. It's New Year's. But the whiskey and jealousy had taken over. He got in her face. Grabbed her shoulders. Shook her. You think I don't see how you act when I'm not watching? Ava's voice cracked. You're scaring me. He shoved her, hard, against the dresser. She hit her back. Gasped. Guests outside heard muffled shouting. Some awkward glances. But the music was loud. Fireworks already popping outside. No one wanted to ruin the party. At 11:45, Ryan stormed out of the bedroom. Grabbed another drink. Ava stayed inside a minute. Fixed her makeup. Took a breath. Then came out smiling. Pretending. Sophie found her. You okay? That sounded bad. Ava whispered. He's just drunk. I'll handle it. But she was shaking. She slipped into the bathroom. Locked the door. Opened that safety app on her phone. Hit record. Just in case. Left it running in her pocket. Back in the living room, the energy was peaking. Countdown clock on the TV. People gathering. Ava tried to join the fun. Dancing again. Forcing smiles. Ryan watched from the corner. Seething. At 11:58, he couldn't take it anymore. Pushed through the crowd. Grabbed her arm again. Outside. Now. This time louder. People saw. Ava pulled back. Ryan, stop. Everyone's watching. He didn't care. Dragged her toward the front door. Sophie called after her. Ava. But the door slammed. Outside, freezing night air. Fireworks already starting in the distance. Neighbors having early celebrations. Ryan shoved her toward the driveway. Screaming. You think you can humiliate me on New Year's? You're mine. Act like it. Ava tried to get away. Back toward the house. He blocked her. Grabbed her throat. Pushed her against the car. The countdown from inside the house echoed through the open window. 10, 9, 8. People cheering. Ava struggled. Clawed at his hands. Her phone, still recording in her pocket. Capturing everything. His rage. Her gasps. And then, the words that would change everything. Words no one expected. Comment right now. Type. He snapped if your heart is racing. Or drop a heartbreak if you can't believe it's escalating this fast. Because as the world counted down to midnight, as fireworks lit the sky, Ava's life was slipping away. And the recording? It didn't just capture a murder. It captured the truth Ryan had hidden from everyone, including Ava. The twist is coming. And when it hits, you'll never see it coming. Don't blink. Midnight is almost here. And now, we reach the moment the clock stops for Ava. Midnight. Outside in the driveway. The world was celebrating. Fireworks exploding in brilliant colors. Neighbors cheering. Car horns. Happy New Year. Echoing down the street. But in that dark corner by the car, there was only terror. Ryan had Ava pinned. His hands tight around her throat. Squeezing. Her feet scraping against the gravel. Trying to scream. But no sound came out. Only gasps. The phone in her pocket, the safety app still running, captured it all. His snarls. You think you can make a fool of me? You're mine. You'll always be mine. Ava's fingers clawed at his arms. Her vision blurring. The last thing she heard. The countdown from inside the house spilling through the open door. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Cheers erupted. Fireworks thundered overhead. And then, silence. Ava went limp. Ryan held on a few more seconds, making sure. Then he let go. She slid to the ground. Lifeless. He stood there, trying to breathe, breathing heavy, looking down at her. For 10 full seconds. He just stared. Then, something shifted. His face changed. The rage melted away, replaced by panic. Then calculation. He knelt, checked her pulse. Nothing. He looked around. No one in sight. Fireworks masking everything. He dragged her body a few feet, deeper into the shadows beside the garage. Out of direct street view. Wiped his hands on his jeans. Took a breath. And walked back inside. The door opened to cheers and music. People hugging. Kissing. Auld Lang Syne playing. Ryan burst in. Face streaked with tears. Voice breaking. Somebody help. Ava, she's hurt. Outside. Guests froze. Someone screamed. People rushed out. Found her. Chaos. 911 called. Ryan on his knees beside her body. Sobbing. I found her like this. I don't know what happened. He told police the story he'd rehearsed in those 10 seconds. We had a small argument. She went out for air. I stayed inside. When I went to check on her, she was on the ground. Someone must have attacked her. Mugged her. It's New Year's. People are crazy. Police arrived fast. Scene lit by red and blue lights mixing with fading fireworks. No signs of forced entry. No robbery. Her phone, jewelry still on her. But bruises on her neck. Petechiae in her eyes. Clear strangulation. Ryan's grief seemed genuine. He could barely speak. Friends comforted him. We're so sorry, man. Sophie held him while he cried, not knowing. Yet, the initial investigation leaned toward stranger attack. Random violence on a chaotic night. Ryan was never even a formal suspect at first. He gave a tearful TV interview days later. She was my everything. I can't believe she's gone. Posted tributes online. Photos of them smiling. I'll love you forever, Ava. Thousands of condolences. He played the role perfectly. The devastated boyfriend. Planning a beautiful memorial. People sent flowers. Meal trains. GoFundMe for funeral costs. The case gathered dust. Detectives moved on to new crimes. Ava's death became one more unsolved tragedy on a chaotic holiday night. Ryan played the grieving boyfriend to perfection. Wore black to the memorial. Spoke at the vigil. She was my world. I'll never understand why someone took her from us. People cried with him. Sophie, Ava's best friend, comforted him the most. She felt guilty for not stopping the fight sooner, for not dragging Ava away. Ryan leaned on her, and slowly, over months, their support turned into something else. Coffee to talk about Ava. Dinners to remember her. By the first anniversary, they were dating. Publicly. Posted photos together. Captions like, finding light after darkness. New beginnings. Friends were shocked, but many thought it was sweet. They're healing together. Ryan moved into a new apartment with Sophie. Talked about marriage. Kids someday. He was building the life he wanted. The one he thought Ava had been holding him back from. He changed jobs. Cut ties with some old mutual friends. Started fresh. No one suspected a thing. Until, exactly 1 year later. New Year's Eve again. Sophie was going through old emails. Trying to find photos for a memorial post. She found a notification she'd never seen. From an app called Safe Sound. The one she'd sent Ava over a year ago. Babe, download this. Just in case. Ava had. And set Sophie as the emergency contact. The notification. New recording saved. December 31st, 2024. Title, Emergency Activation. Sophie's heart stopped. She clicked play. The audio started with party noise. Then the door slam. Ryan's voice, furious. You think you can flirt in front of everyone? Dressed like a slut on New Year's. Ava pleading. Ryan, stop. You're hurting me. Struggling sounds. Gasps. Choking. Then, in her final moments, as her voice grew weaker, Ava whispered something no one expected. Not just fear. Not just his name. Something that changed everything. You're not even Ryan. I know your real name. I know what you did to Sarah. In Ohio. You think I didn't find out? Gasps. Then silence. Sophie dropped the phone. Hands shaking. She called police immediately. Detectives reopened the case. Ran the name Ava whispered. Daniel Marcus Reed. A missing persons case from 5 years earlier in Ohio. A woman named Sarah, his ex-girlfriend, had vanished after reporting domestic violence. Strangulation attempt. He'd fled before trial. Changed his name. Identity. Moved states. Started over. As Ryan. The recording matched his voice, even through the rage. Fingerprints from the old case matched the ones on file from Ava's scene, taken routinely. Everything connected. Ryan, real name Daniel, was arrested that week. At home with Sophie. She opened the door for police. He tried to run. Deny. It's not me. She was confused, but the evidence was ironclad. The recording. Old case files. DNA from Sarah's attempted murder kit. Saved. He'd done it before. Almost killed once. Fled. Started over. Found Ava. Repeated the cycle. And this time finished it. Comment right now. I know you're screaming. Type in a way if this twist just blew your mind. Or he was a fugitive if you never saw it coming. Drop a if you need to rewind. Because Ava didn't just record her murder. In her final breaths, she exposed him completely. The man everyone thought they knew? A lie. A fugitive hiding in plain sight. His new life with Sophie? Shattered. She left him that day. Never spoke to him again. The trial was swift. Guilty on all counts. Murder 1. Plus charges from the old case. Attempted murder, identity fraud. Life. No parole. He'll die in prison. Under his real name. No more hiding. No more fresh starts. And Ava? Her final message didn't just bring justice for her. It saved Sarah, who'd been living in fear he'd find her. And countless others. Her recording went viral after the trial, redacted version. Inspired millions to download safety apps. To speak up. To fight back, even in their last moments. If you're in shock right now, good. This is the kind of twist that stays with you. Because Ava didn't go quietly. She went out exposing the monster. And making sure he could never hurt anyone again. We have one final chapter. Ava's legacy. The lives she saved. The message we all need to hear. It's coming. And it's powerful. Stay with me. Ava's legacy. Ryan, or should I say Daniel, is gone. Locked away for life. Under his real name. In a cell where no one cares about his charm. No more masks. No more fresh starts. He'll spend every New Year's Eve alone. Thinking about midnight. About the woman he thought he silenced forever. But Ava? She's louder now than ever. After the trial. The recording, heavily redacted for public release, went viral. News outlets played parts of it. Headlines everywhere. Fugitive exposed by victim's final recording. How a safety app solved a murder. Ava's story reached millions. Women shared it. Men shared it. Parents sent it to their daughters. Downloads of safety apps skyrocketed. The one Ava used? It added a feature in her honor. Ava's Alert. One-tap recording with automatic cloud backup and emergency sharing. Free for everyone. Her family started the Ava Foundation. Focused on dating violence awareness. Funding shelters. Teaching young women the signs of control. Distributing free safety tech. They hold an annual vigil every New Year's Eve. Not to mourn. To celebrate her strength. To remind the world. Your voice matters. Even when they try to take it. Sophie? She rebuilt too. Therapy. Advocacy work with the foundation. She speaks publicly now. I missed the signs. I won't again. Helping others see what she couldn't. And Sarah, the woman from Ohio he almost killed years ago, she came forward after the trial. Finally free from fear. Testified. Healed. Started speaking too. Because of Ava. Ava didn't just get justice for herself. She got it for every woman he ever hurt. And prevented the ones he would have hurt next. Her final message, weak, gasping, terrified, became the loudest warning the world ever heard. Comment below right now. Type, her voice saved lives, if this legacy moves you. Or, Ava's legacy, if her strength inspires you to share this story. Drop a heart if you'll carry her message forward. This story is heavy, but it's important. If you're in a relationship that feels like a cage, if jealousy has turned into control, if you're scared to leave, You are not alone. There are apps, hotlines, people ready to help. Links in the description. Reach out. Tonight. Because Ava's story proves, even in your darkest moment, you can fight back. Your voice can matter, and it can change everything. Thank you for staying until the end, for feeling this with me, for honoring Ava. If this video hit you, like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell. More stories of survival, twists, and justice are coming, because the world needs to hear them. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and remember, no one gets to silence you. Not ever. Happy New Year. Make it one where you're free. Thanks for watching.